My name is Jeremy Huffstickler, and I'm a human research test subject who's been forced into transhumanism through medical malpractice. And today's August 9th, and it's 2:09 p.m. But for like the last, 30-40 minutes, the AI consumer product researcher who's doing AI consumer product research on me, which is Wartech, and wireless brain neuron research, and wireless torture in me, and is doing no-touch sexual assault technique where they're using sticky EMF frequency that comes up from the fiber optic grid and dirty electricity that's coming from the ceiling and sticking to these magnetized heavy metals in my body, and and doing a little psychotronic picture of someone doing a kissy face while they do they run the electricity up to my butthole and like make it feel like someone's kissing my butthole, and do that little kissy face and the B2K voice of God technology laugh track. If your children are talking about it feels like someone's touching or kissing their private areas, this is what's being done to them, because they've magnetized, these corporations waging this silent war have magnetized the heavy metals in our bodies and put microchips in millions of us already, if not everybody, and our wireless torture, cyber torture that's waging silent war and just using the corporate media and all that bullshit that they're talking about, mental health medicine and suing because of Parquad or whatever from this drinking fountain, that drinking fountain, this chemical, that chemical. They're really just using these frequencies to manipulate our bodies, and then the viruses and sickness that we've already got put in us from getting shots and stuff to keep us from getting sick, and using Wi-Fi to set that off. But there's a whole lot of us speaking up. There are even human rights groups based around this human research, but they're more falling into the Manchurian Candidate program, which is the target individual program, and just repeating what the AI consumer product researchers say, the corporate AI consumer product researchers say. Like, these frequencies coming from the fiber optic grid and electrical grid, they're non-stop. These metals are in our bodies 24/7, and that's how they're able to make our children look like they were born defective, and that it's a permanent thing, and that God created a bunch of defects because he took a vacation, which he didn't. And I'm just letting y'all know, if your kids are talking about someone's touching their privates and stuff, or it feels like someone is touching them on their bottoms and their private areas, it's this frequency. It's exactly what I said it was. It's the one of the no-touch sexual assault techniques that's being used in this occult ritual abuse program known as AI consumer product research and wireless brain neuron research, that's being hidden behind the profitable rules of covert human research, which says any crime against humanity or any human rights violation is excusable as long as the research is deemed for the greater good of society. And the only thing that this is good for, the rules of research are really good for, is waging a war, making a lot of money, and enslaving everyone and keeping it quiet. Like, I'm banned on Facebook for 30 days for saying we need the preachers and sheriffs to uphold the oaths that they swore to uphold whenever they chose to go into preach, to be a preacher or to be a sheriff. And our children need you. Like, I'm telling the truth. The microchips in me will prove every word I've said. And our kids every one of the kids are all encased in these frequencies and have been for the last, I don't know, at least the last 4 months. The frequencies coming from the fiber optic grid used to be ankle and knee high. In between there, now they're over my head high. Like, they're magnetizing the heavy metals and all the adults. We've got to get our kids out of this research program. And if you don't fit the stereotype the corporate media saying you are, regardless whether or not you're not that stereotype, just remember, to strangers you are that stereotype, and they're using all that in part of the silent war to place blame on innocent people for this wireless torture and cyber torture program that they are running and forcing us into transhumanism and torturing us 24/7 MK Ultra style.